Oh, that's cobwebs everywhere. Okay, welcome to episode 4. Right now, so you're probably wondering, how many episodes are we going to do with this thing? Well, as many as it takes, pretty much. It's a pretty long process. I want to show you guys as much detail as possible how I'm going to get to the finished product. Right, before we get started, a couple of things. Just want to say a huge thank you to everyone who's subscribed recently. It's gone up quite a lot. For me anyway, so I really appreciate that. It means a lot. If you are watching and you haven't subscribed, there's a button there down below, and there's a little button there you can click on. Be awesome. So things like subscribing, comments, likes, it all helps. Despite what you think, it does help. So if you do kind of interact, that's awesome. So I do appreciate it, really do. Second thing, we do have some stickers coming. There'll be a limited run of those, and if they do well, then I'll do more, obviously, and if we do shift a good amount of stickers, that means we can get more car parts, and everyone loves car parts. So yeah, I think I finished talking about stuff. So let's get into it. So last time you saw this, I hadn't trimmed the top. I took it to work because obviously you know that my Dremel broke. It's somewhere in the bin. Yeah, there it is. I've got a new one. It's over there. It's not a Dremel. It's the cheaper version. So if it breaks, I'll buy another one. So yeah, I took that to work, trimmed the top line there. So that's nice and straight. That's kind of where it needs to be. But obviously there are a few little tweaks I need to do. Obviously it's still fairly thin, so I need to shore that up a little bit more, add another layer of fiberglass. I need to cut off, or cut out even, a little section here and add a piece into that. That's nice and straightforward. I backfilled this because there were some high spots with some fiberglass filler. And then sanded that a little bit so it hasn't got as many high spots. More on that later on. So what we're going to do first is, yes, extend or take a piece out of that first and then add a piece into it, which should be pretty straightforward. And once that's in there, I think I'm going to add a piece in here as well, which should be fairly straightforward again. Just because I want to go to the edge of that line, I think it's going to be a nice way to finish it off. I'll be a lot happier with that like that. So yeah, we'll do that also, and then yeah, once those bits are in place, we will add another layer of fiberglass, just to obviously stiffen it up a little bit more, like I said, so it's easier to work. Now when I backfilled that has added a lot of strength. It's amazing how much more strength it gives putting that stuff on there compared to this. But yeah, less talking and more work. Right, on a side note, so real quick, we're going to talk about the SVX. So if you are new to the channel, then you obviously may have seen this, you may have just seen videos on this, but there's a lot of videos on this. A lot of people have been wondering, oh, where's the kind of like reveal video? Well, I did have one planned, and it is still going to go ahead, but it's going to go ahead later than I thought it would, purely because I want to do more stuff to this car, because I was happy where it was at the time, a couple of months ago, but I want to make it better. There's lots of things I still want to do to it, want to add to it. I am going to put the side skirts on it, because there's no side skirts on there at the moment, and it just needs filling out. You can't really tell because it's really difficult to get a shot in here, but yeah, it needs filling out down here 100%. So I'm gonna do the side skirts. Exhausts, what I'm gonna do is cut these at a bit of an angle because they're kind of like flat, so I'm gonna kind of make them in line with the bumper. Also gonna heat wrap them, and I might work out a little extra bit to go on to the side of the a little bit to go on the side of the over fender there, and then maybe some kind of subtle diffuser that kind of runs kind of underneath, kind of like what my hand's doing, kind of like that shape almost. Now I do like those wheels, but they are rep wheels, big whoop, but yeah, I do want to put a certain wheel on there, an authentic wheel. Hint, it's a Rays Volk wheel. So yeah, that's what I want to do. I don't want to have a video of that half finished, basically. Even though it looks finished, to me it's half finished, and I want the reveal to be amazing. So yeah, I want it to look amazing in my eyes and in everyone else's eyes, obviously. So yeah, that's a quick update on that. So I'm just going to carry on waiting now for that to dry. Fun. It's pretty tough. It's pretty solid too. Cool, so let's take that off, put it over there, get some fiberglass from the pile of fiberglass we got there, lay another coat on, dry it up, trim it, fill it, sand it, fill it, sand it. So that's all dry, got to put resin on that now, then put that on there, wet it up a little bit more, wait for it to dry, trim it, fill it, sand it, all good. Alright, so it's pretty much dry enough to trim anyway, so trim it up and start filling. Right, so it's pretty much trimmed to shape. Still a little bit rough, but they're just giving me a little bit of meat on the bone to play with. There you go. That's the shape at the moment. It's a lot stiffer, obviously, after adding that extra layer. A lot stiffer, a lot thicker, which is great. But we are still going to use the old fiberglass filler here to level out the surface. Now what I've done is I've just sanded down a section here. You can see obviously all the pits here. That's where it's obviously not level. So we want to skim over it, buzz it down. It's going to take quite a bit of work. Obviously I'm not at work, so I don't have the best tools in the world right now. Really I need a DA. I've just got an orbital sander at the moment. So fiberglass, filler and an 80 grit disc on there. Should rip into it pretty good. You don't really want to mess around with any other kind of like milder grits. You just want to go at it hard with an 80. So let's start filling that. Yeah, a lot of filling, a lot of sanding, a lot of dust, a lot of mess, runny noses. Yeah. As you can tell, I've been doing some sanding. So here's a very brief summary of what's been going on for the past 3 hours. Yeah, so yeah, a lot of that, a lot of dust, way more dust than I thought there'd be. I don't know why I thought there'd be less dust, but there's lots of dust. So, made a lot of progress. I'm really tired, my hands are absolutely killing me, but I have made a lot of progress. I'll show you right now. That's what we're looking at. So, this bottom section here is pretty much done. I've been working along here, filling in all the low spots there, and then obviously sanding it down. But as a whole, it's not bad at all. In terms of weight, it's pretty good. I thought it'd be quite heavy, purely because the amount of material we're putting on it. Actually, that's actually really good. It's not heavy at all. So, that being said, I'm probably going to use this as the final piece. So, it's going to be more filling and sanding, obviously. What I'm going to do for the final product, or for the final finish, is going to be like a textured finish. So with that, it's not going to take as much kind of rubbing down to get kind of smooth and like a really high quality finish. When I say high quality, I mean, you know, a smooth, like, you know, absolute glass-like finish. So yeah, it'll be fine. So I'm going to buzz on that a little bit more, not too much, because frankly I'm shattered, and there's a lot of dust in here, a lot of dust. So yeah, I'll buzz on that, put it on the car, show you guys, and then yeah, go from there. Right, okay, so yeah, completely covered in dust. Yeah, great. And but oh, look, an over fender. There it is. That is 80% of you know, the kind of finished product. It doesn't weigh as much as I thought it would. Fitment's good. You can see the fitment around the light there. It's nice. Shape wise, it's good. Still needs some tweaking, obviously, bit of filling. But I'm pretty happy with that. I was thinking of maybe leaving this like that, blunt like that, and having a piece going straight across. And then obviously maybe a version, or maybe a piece like that, which, looking at that, look at my hand, that looks better. I think I prefer that. That'd be cool. So yeah, I probably will do that. Obviously that's all good. That's just taped on at the moment. That fits pretty nicely. There's good as well. Now, obviously we're going to have something on the bottom here, but the difference between the width of this and the width of that, I want to change that. So I may end up building this out here to kind of meet with that, because it kind of like goes in, and I'm not 100% on that. So yeah, I'm going to tap out now. Absolutely shattered and just so filthy and itchy as well, because it's fiberglass. So yeah, kind of itchy, and I didn't realise that halfway through it, I was like, oh, what's that in my arm? It's a really weird kind of like burning sensation, and I had like a massive lump of fiberglass filler on my on the underneath my forearm, and it was I think it's kind of giving me a little bit of a a chemical burn. You can't tell because my skin looks like it's made of sandpaper. So next video is going to be a lot of kind of tweaking and sanding, much like this video. Like I said, these things take time. I want to show you guys the whole process from start to finish of what I do to make these. It's like a realistic DIY, not like a compressed thing where it missed out a load of bits and pieces. Something that you guys can try at home. Please do. That's the kind of the whole point of the channel, is to get people to try things like this for themselves, and like, yeah, get stuck into their cars a bit more. So Hope you guys like it, and yeah, I'll see you guys real soon. Take care.
Subscribe, you fools.